Bold and beautiful alum is heading for a wedding. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. It's nice to know that more often than not, real life works out far better than soap opera life. It's been a while since we last saw the Bold and the Beautiful's Wyatt and Flo, but at this point, we're going to have to guess their relationship is dead in the water. Seeing as how Darren Brooks confirmed last fall that he and Wyatt were done at the CBS Sudser, we can't imagine he and Flo will ever get their happy ending. Katrina Bowden, on the other hand, likely will, as she shared a wedding planning update with her fiancé, musician Adam Taylor, courtesy of Page 6. As the celebrity news publisher reported, the happy couple has picked out wedding rings, though they're still deciding on where to hold the ceremony. But hey, at least they're moving faster than Flo and Wyatt ever did. As Bowden put on her Instagram stories, lots more to plan, but at least we found our wedding rings. And she's clearly got her priorities straight as she shared a tongue-in-cheek update, along with the article in an Instagram post, writing, "Dress and ring shopping greater than other parts of wedding planning." That's fair, though we feel like dress shopping might be at least somewhat influenced by wedding venues, especially when you plan to get married on a beach. You don't want to overheat in a dress or have a train dragging through the sand too much. Bowden announced her engagement back in September, and at the time, the blinding engagement ring was center stage. We're sure that no matter where the happy couple lands for their wedding, it's going to be a beautiful ceremony and a day they'll never forget. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Soap Spectrum. I am Emily here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Bold and beautiful spoilers for week of August 12. Liam gives Will brotherly advice about Bill, Poppy, and Katie. We have some words of wisdom for Will too. Stay out of it, kid. You can thank us later. Katie's diligent detective work comes crashing down on Poppy. Because even if Katie doesn't want Bill herself, she doesn't want anybody else to have him either. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, August 13. In Tuesday's recap, Katie wants Bill to take another paternity test, and Brooke and Ridge cut a deal with Danny Romalotti. We've got one thing to say to Luna as she lashes out at Katie. Let her have it. While on the Los Angeles stop of Danny's world tour, Young and Restless resident rocker and significant other Christine celebrate the success of the Brooks bedroom line at a party at the Forrester Mansion. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, August 14. Proving that for her the bottom line means her stepmother's failure at all costs, Steffi seats over Brooks' triumph. Party like it's 1989 as Danny performs his hit cover of David Essex's Rock On. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Thursday, August 15. Careful, Finn. As he puts Hope on blast for her rash behavior, he might get all overheated, passions might flare, and you see where we're going with this, right? This'll go over like a lead balloon. At Katie's behest, Bill broaches the idea of a second paternity test to Luna. Bold and beautiful spoilers for Friday, August 16. Oh, sounds like the fit is really gonna hit the shan. When Poppy is stunned by Lee's revelation, we take another big step toward this shocker coming to light. It's me, Steffi, your mother, Dr. Taylor Hayes. At last, Ridge's ex keeps her promise to her daughter and returns to Lil. From Bob Barker and Betty White to Phyllis Diller and Lil Nas X, check out the new photo gallery of stars who have guested on The Bold and The Beautiful and all the soaps. And before you go, scroll through the below photo album of all of Thomas Forrester's many loves. Brooke and Ridge strike a deal with Danny Romalotti as Donna Swoons, and Katie implores Bill to do another paternity test. Tuesday, August 13, 2024. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Pam urges Steffi to do something about the Logans, Hope enjoys Steffi's discomfort, and Bill worries about Luna. All products and services featured are independently chosen by editors. However, Soaps.com may receive a commission on orders placed through its retail links, and the retailer may receive certain auditable data for accounting purposes. At the Forrester mansion, Ridge, Brooke, and Carter discuss the success of her relaunch. Carter says Zendy is off doing a podcast and is getting almost as much attention as Brooke. Across the room, Steffi thanks Finn for coming. He likes spending time with her family. She wishes it was a family event. Nearby, Hope watches them and downs champagne before a model dressed in lingerie brings her another glass. At the Forrester mansion, Ridge, Brooke, and Carter discuss the success of her relaunch. Carter says Zendy is off doing a podcast and is getting almost as much attention as Brooke. Across the room, Steffi thanks Finn for coming. He likes spending time with her family. She wishes it was a family event. Nearby, Hope watches them and downs champagne before a model dressed in lingerie brings her another glass. At the Forrester mansion, Brooke tells Carter she hopes they can keep their good luck coming and secure that soundtrack today. Nearby, Pam tells Donna to stop primping in the mirror. Donna fangirls about the rock star, Danny Rumalotti, coming to the party. Across the room, Hope walks over to Ridge, Steffi, and Finn and thanks Ridge for putting her mother back in the spotlight. Finn thinks everyone has a lot to be proud of as Forrester is in good hands. Hope smirks and drinks. Donna squeaks and looks frozen at the sight of the rock star. When Danny and Christine walk over to greet her and Eric, Donna blurts, "I love you." Eric explains that his wife is a superfan. Christine congratulates Brooke on the success of her relaunch. Steffi shifts her eyes away from the adulation. Eric thanks Danny for being there since he's busy with the tour. Danny says the road is the best it's ever been, and the best part is that Cricket is with him. Brooke giggles that her sister is thrilled about him coming, and Danny offers her the VIP experience at his next show. They talk about Christine taking Ridge's case in the past, before talk turns back to the profits soaring on Brooke's bedroom. Christine gushes that the campaign is incredible and so empowering. Brooke hopes to keep it in the public eye, which is why they're enlisting Danny's help. He teases that there's no bigger celebrity than Brooke right now. Steffi makes a face. Danny poses for photos with the Logans, and then with a tickled Donna by herself. At Bill's place, he tells Luna they have to let the police do their jobs. He's sure she'll be released in a couple of days. Luna wants her mom home right now. She leaves the room, upset. Katie tells Bill she really feels for Luna, but she has to ask, "What do you think about Poppy's arrest?" At the Forrester mansion, Christine keeps telling Brooke how fabulous she is, and Danny tells Ridge they're lucky to have such beautiful muses. Brooke asks Danny if he's willing to partner with them. They'd like to use his music for the campaign. Danny says it would be an honor, but he has the tour. Christine grabs the paper with Carter's monetary offer on it and declares that he'll do it. Ridge calls for everyone's attention and announces the new partnership. He toasts to Brooke's bedroom. Pam whispers to Steffi, "So much for my classy and understated event. The Logans with their wiggling and jiggling, will it ever end?" She complains about models parading around in their underwear in her beloved sister's home. "Steph, you're your grandmother's namesake. You need to do something about this." At Bill's place, he tells Katie he has to protect Luna. He doesn't want to believe Poppy could be involved. She told him all about Tom's star. Katie says that she only did that when the walls were closing in. She urges him to question every single thing that woman has ever said to him. Tom Starr was convinced he was Luna's father. Bill says it wasn't true. Katie asks, "Are you sure? Maybe Luna's not your daughter after all." At the Forrester mansion, one of the lingerie models tells Pam she needs more pigs and a blanket. Pam snarks that she's the one who needs a blanket. Ridge calls for everyone's attention and talks some more about how sexy Brooke is, after which Hope chimes in to say they love to see her front and center again. Steffi tells Finn she has to say something. She steps forward and declares that she doesn't mean to break up the Brooke-Logan love fest, but the focus should be on her father, who is an incredible designer. She also thanks Carter, Zend, Danny, and Christine. It's wonderful that they're embarking on such a journey with them. Finally, I'd like to recognize Brooke-Logan. You gave it your all, you really did. Brooke's bedroom is a hit, and a big contribution to Forrester Creations. Brooke thanks Steffi for her kind words. Pam looks pinched. Brooke thanks everyone again and welcomes Danny and Christine to the Forrester Creations family. She thanks Hope and Ridge, the other half of her and the love of her life. Hope raises her champagne glass and starts a Brooke chant. She and Steffi exchange a look. At Bill's place, Katie tells him that something strange is going on, and he needs to find out what it is. It could be dangerous. He's brought this woman into his home. Please, I'm trying so hard to look out for you, and not just because you're Will's dad. Bill sees she still cares about him. Katie says of course she does. If she thinks he's in danger, she won't stand by and do nothing. I am scared for you. Truly, something's going on, and you need to find out what it is. Do another paternity test. B and B alum, Katrina Bowden makes wedding plans. Nearly a year after the bold and the beautiful alum, Katrina Bowden got engaged to musician Adam Taylor, the couple is knee-deep in making plans to tie the knot. According to Page 6 columnist Ian Moore, Bowden and Taylor visited Philadelphia jeweler Keyser Jewelry when his band, Aeration, had a tour stop in the city of brotherly love earlier this month. During their shopping trip, the future Mr. and Mrs. Taylor decided on Eternity bands as their wedding rings. While the couple haven't booked a wedding venue, according to Page 6, they plan to exchange vows on a beach sometime next year. Dress and ring shopping greater than other parts of wedding planning. Bowden wrote on Instagram, sharing the New York Post page with Moore's item about her plans. Before heading to the East Coast with her fiancé on his musical tour, the bride-to-be crossed off wedding gown shopping from her list. With her best girlfriends in tow, Bowden visited the Wona bridal showroom in Beverly Hills last month and shared an Instagram reel of the gorgeous gowns she tried on that day. I had the absolute best time trying on so many beautiful dresses, she captioned the video, confessing in the comments that the backless gown was one of her favorites. The details on these gowns were impeccable and so unique. I cannot wait to share the dress I chose for my second look. Bowden and Taylor announced their engagement last September after several years of dating. While they were vacationing in Portofino on Italy's Amalfi Coast, Taylor rented a boat one day. We found a small, totally empty beach, anchored and swam ashore with a dry bag to hang for a while, she shared. While on the empty beach, Taylor set up a tripod to take a photo of them with the sea in the background and got down on bended knee to the question. He gave me the most special, surprising, beautiful moment. We hope all the planning goes well for the couple and look forward to seeing photos from their big day when it arrives. Is Bold and Beautiful's Poppy a killer? Romy Park weighs in. Becoming Poppy. The slow reveal of the character of Poppy has been an intriguing journey to undertake for her portrayer, Romy Park. I think that she's evolved quite a bit, in fact, Park offers. From the start, and I don't know if it was picked up by viewers or not, but I certainly attempted this. I always play every character like I have a secret. Because that's what people do in real life, even the best of us. We all have secrets. We carry them. And when you're an actor, you try to wear it on your sleeve a bit more. I'm glad now that I think people are really seeing that she does have secrets. In the beginning, I had no idea what those secrets were, because her story wasn't established yet. Park is delighted that the layers of Poppy's nature are being unraveled. I'm glad that now it's kind of coming full circle, because of course she has secrets, Park notes. And it's not necessarily bad secrets. This is just for herself. She doesn't want to air her laundry out. I love the evolution of her because she's definitely becoming a much more grounded character. In the beginning, she was just nice and sweet. She was the good mother. And as good as a person can be, that's not what a real person is. We all have different sides to ourselves, multiple facets, and we wear multiple masks when we talk to different people. And I think that we're starting to see all those different masks, and more so to come. And that is incredibly fun to play. As the story unfolds, Park finds joy in the discovery. Every time I get a new script, I'm like, what's happening? What's happening? It's like reading a novel, so suspenseful. She's arrived. Some would say that being a part of a love triangle or a murder mystery means you have finally arrived in the soap opera world. For Park, it was something else. I felt like I arrived once I knew Don Diamond Bill was my love interest, she declares. He's so established, and I know he's also a fan favorite, and I just enjoy him so much. I was like, wow, they put me with one of the veterans of the show. I was really gobsmacked, and just really flattered. In the beginning, when I was recurring, it was just like my little circle with Luna, RJ, and Lai. And then it was starting up with Don, but it wasn't quite there yet. And now I've had scenes with Brooke, and now Katie. And it's such incredible fun. So I wouldn't say I've arrived anywhere. I don't think I've earned it yet. My plan is to earn it, and I hope I will. With the recent deaths of Tom and Hollis, it looks like the show is gearing up for a good old-fashioned murder mystery. And with the reveal of Poppy's past relationship with Tom, Poppy's smack in the middle of it. She is certainly being given a juicy opportunity now that suspicion has fallen on Poppy regarding the recent deaths of Tom and Hollis, particularly in light of Poppy's past with Tom. The things that have been established already about Tom and Poppy's history, that is out, muses Park. If any more comes out, I'm certainly curious about it, the actress reflects. As far as the murder mystery goes, I think it's so much fun. Because really, so many people have a motive. I mean, not only does Poppy have a clear motive, but so does Sheila. And they're making out that, why was Justin there? Does Bill have anything to do with it? He's got to be there for a reason. And why did Jack come back? All of a sudden, Jack is back. And then Lyd just happened to be there and not help when Tom was having a heart attack or cardiac arrest and passed out on the ground. So there's so many suspects. I think they did a wonderful job with that. And it could be any one of us. The best and worst on B and B, days, GH and Y and R, the week of August 5 to 9. Bittersweet Symphony. A crisis with Sonny and Carly's daughter, Donna, exposed an ugly truth on GH, while Days as Sarah and Xander got one step closer to a happily ever after. The best, Days of Our Lives, Xander and Sarah wed. It's the age-old story. Money-hungry bad boy comes to town and is changed by the love of a good woman. It took Xander 5 years, though, to turn his misguided 2019 sex romp with a drunk Sarah Horton into one of Days' sweetest romances. Their rocky road to the altar included Sarah having a baby with Eric, Kristen holding Sarah captive, Xander almost marrying the duplicitous Gwen, and Sarah getting pregnant and keeping Xander's daughter Victoria from him. They fought their way back to each other over and over, which, combined with 2 previous attempts at matrimony, only increased their rooting value. So when Maggie finally pronounced them husband and wife, it was an honest moment of hard-won affection. Another honest moment came during her vows when Sarah quipped that Xander would do anything for her, both legal and illegal. Here's how we know Xander has evolved. When his money-hungry mother, Fiona, urged Xander to cash in on Victor's estate and take his rightful place in the Kyriakis mansion, he responded, "My true home is Sarah's heart." General Hospital. Sonny learns his pills weren't chill. It was hard watching the bipolar Sonny spiral while taking the wrong medication, and harder still seeing that Avo was the only one who figured it out. She thought to test his meds after one incident, yet Carly and Jason kept asking each other, is he taking his pills? So it was a fantastic 1-2 punch when Sunny asked Dr. Kevin Collins for help the same week. Sunny's daughter Donna mistakenly swallowed his prescription. Diagnosis: no lithium in Sunny's system and none in those pills Donna took, either. "Are you telling me I've been taking placebos?" asked the incredulous mob boss. Yup. That explained his violent behavior, but not who was behind the switch. We know Valentin lowered the dosage with a crooked pharmacist, while Ava ordered the druggist to cut it to 0. It was a riveting story that ended with Sunny thankfully getting the help he needs. But Ava might be the one needing a doctor when Sunny discovers the ruse. Young and restless, Billy gets his comeuppance. He embezzled money from Jabat, smashed up a stolen car, gambled away the company yacht, and was never punished for any of it. So Billy Abbott being smoked by his business partner and cheated on by his girlfriend feels like a long time coming. It seemed out of character for Lily to agree to let Billy put Abbott in front of Chancellor as part of their newly formed partnership, an act of hubris that showed he's learned nothing about how to get along in the corporate world. Lily, however, showed she's learned everything about Billy by using that selfish move to pull the rug out from under him. She told him he needed to back off and become a silent partner because his "hey, look at me" antics had drawn Victor's attention and they were in danger of a hostile takeover. After a lot of back and forth, Billy capitulated. "I will do what you ask." Will Billy be as docile when he finds out Chelsea slept with his arch-rival Adam? Don't ya bet on it. Bold and Beautiful takes us to Monaco. Soaps don't do big location shoots anymore, but there was B&B booking airline tickets and renting fancy cars to drive Ridge and Brooke around Monte Carlo. That gave the duo a chance to be lovey-dovey in a foreign country, which is always good for a soap, but it didn't seem like the trip, as gorgeous to look at as it was going to yield much by way of drama. Then, bam! Up popped Ridge's ex-wife Taylor, now being played by Rebecca Budig. At only 14 years older than Jacqueline McSinswood in real life, Budig was not the most obvious choice for the role of Taylor. But a quick check of the archives reminds us that, in the grand B&B tradition of age differences that make no sense, John McCook was only 8 years older than Ron Moss when they began playing father and son in 1987. Budig was not an obvious choice for the role, but Taylor has been glaringly absent from the canvas, so we're intrigued to see what the show has in store for her, if she can tear herself away from the Mediterranean casinos. The worst. GA's Molly, alone with her grief. It was comforting to see Jordan, Curtis, and Aunt Stella rally around TJ after Christina lost the baby she had been carrying for him and Molly, but Molly had no such support. Alexis sat vigil at the hospital with her other daughter Christina, while TJ pressured Molly to plan their late daughter's funeral less than 24 hours after the loss. "Can we talk about this later?" begged Molly, clearly needing more time to deal with her grief. The answer was no. Molly left the apartment and TJ and his family set about getting rid of all the newborn baby things they had collected. As moving as the Ashford family scenes were, it felt cruel to clean out the nursery when the baby's mother had specifically asked for more time. As a social worker, Aunt Stella should have explained the 5 stages of grief to her nephew and urged him to hold on to those little booties with his equally bereft partner. On a side note, almost no babies of color have been born on GH in its entire 61-year history. We get that this was a climactic end to a dramatic story, but losing the next generation of these important legacy characters feels like a missed opportunity. "That nursery represents a future we are never going to have," cried Molly. Hopefully, that's not the case. B&B. Get over it, Steffi. Steffi's hatred of her former stepmother Brooke is getting old. It seemed like Steffi was actively rooting against Brooke to succeed with her bedroom line, which actually hurts the company where Steffi serves as co-CEO. As hope exulted, Brooke's bedroom is back, baby, and the sales numbers started rolling in. Steffi wandered off rolling her eyes. It doesn't make sense. Brooke has been with Ridge far longer than Taylor was, and she makes Ridge happy. More importantly, Brooke's triumph is also Steffi's professional success. Steffi doesn't have to like Brooke, but as a smart businesswoman herself, she has to like what Brooke does for Forrester Creations' bottom line. Applause, applause. Laura celebrating Kevin's birthday with him on GH was a nice distraction. Y&R Summer asking her grandfather Victor for help with her custody battle adds a nice wrinkle since Victor is Kyle's boss. Picky. Can any offspring of a doctor let us know if they have their mom or dad in their phone listed the way B and B's Steffi has hers? Dr. Taylor Hayes. You'd think someone at GA's Metro Court would immediately inform the hotel's owner if a guest plunged out a window into the pool, especially if the victim was the owner's former stepdaughter. Yet Carly wasn't alerted until Dante told Jason, who told Carly, "It's great that Y&R had Sally mark the 1-year anniversary of the tragic death of her baby girl, Ova. But her commemorating that sad date in August makes no sense since Ava died in June."